What's good, YouTube land? Welcome to the video review of Transformers Combiner Wars Deluxe Class First Aid. I finally found the last two Protectobots I need. I put that in quotes because there's technically one more, but I have four. I have five. Now I have five. I can complete Defensor. I don't need the chest plate. But here is the first one we're going to do. He's First Aid, obviously, so he has to go first. Now, this is the variant that comes with a comic book. Unfortunately, I could not find the ones that came with just the trading cards to complete my, card. Now it's going to bug me for a while that I don't have cards of First Aid and Blades when I have cards of Rook and the rest of the Protectobots. I literally just forgot their names. The police one and never mind. Skipping that. Obviously the background is the comic book. Combine to form Defensor. Here on the side. He's number 4 of 5. I know people hate manually moving the camera, but I don't care. Here are their names. Hotspot, Streetwise, Rook. Apparently it doesn't bug me too much, because I forgot their names, but I have their cards, and now I have an incomplete card collection of Defensor card art. But, moving up. I don't know if you can read this. First Aid is just as likely to be first on the scene to help a wounded bot as he is to show up to repair a broken dishwasher. To the Protectobot medic, the greatest enemy is malfunction. Human, bot, or machine. If it's broken, First Aid won't carry on until it's back up and running. And here you see 8 steps from robot to vehicle. Becomes an arm or a leg. In the default configuration, he's a leg. Just like the guy he's remolded from, who I'll have to actually go grab to remember his name. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get him open and take a look, shall we? So here he is, opened up and out of his packaging, in vehicle mode, where we normally start off. So here's instruction book. Shouldn't really need to see this. Here is the comic book, as I drop it. Let me back up. I haven't read this yet. From what I've heard, these are just episodes of the IDW series Dark Cybertron. It's a very random story. I don't know how well the stories flow together. I'm going to read this after. There's Prowl. There's a Constructicon. I think that's Prowl. There's RC, there's Sideswipe. There's Galvatron. There's Scoop. I've done a review of him. There's laser. No, that's not Laserbeak. That's the red one. I don't remember. There's Blitzwing. A bunch of other guys I don't remember. I don't recognize. RC there. I think I mentioned RC. Yeah. I'll have to look more into detail about this, but the reason I want to highlight this, there's Optimus Prime right there, is because on the back they have a little. This page here gives you more information on what went into the creation of him. So you have the sketch phase where they sketched out what would be repainted and remolded. The gray model phase, just I guess to test everything, and then the finished product. And obviously here's a ad for the IDW Comics app, which I don't have, but maybe I should. And on the back you get a bit of a longer info about him. The pre-mission psych screening report by Rung, Autobot PsyOps Specialist. Some would describe First Aid as sympathetic to a fault. Seeing other Cybertronians in despair affects him tremendously. He truly believes his role in life is to heal the sick and fix the broken. First Aid is just as comfortable in formal surgery as he is diving into battlefield repairs while under fire. His passion to help fuels his courage amid the chaos of war. If you're looking for him, just follow the smoke. If he's not at the scene already, then he's on his way. The tools of the trade that make him an effective medic, crystallizer cannon, cyber cleaver, or fist-mounted precision laser, don't come with the toy. Double as powerful weapons, with fellow Protectobots forms Defensor. Conclusion: cleared for missions. History: extracted from compulsory biographical download. The emotional grit of a 4-million-year war hits the doctors the hardest. First Aid grew tired of the endless parade of wounded Cybertronians at his clinic and decided that the best way to stop the hurting was to end the war altogether. He signed on with the Autobots to help finish the fight once and for all. Forms either an arm or leg for Defensor, the combined form of the Protectobots. Name, function, medic, status, active, current location, Earth. So, I really like this. I've gotten way into comic books recently, so I'll give that a good read. And here is First Aid, who is a remold of the Decepticon Stunticon Off-Road, but you can see there's very little skeletally the same about them. Basically I'm gonna fix that sentence. The base skeleton is similar, but the complete shell is a remold. As you can see here, I'll take off their hand-foot guns, and I'll take off the axe. So you can see, right next to each other, he's a truck, he's some kind of ambulance. He's got a light bar up there and a small blue windshield with an Autobot symbol. Nice silver grill. I'm gonna fix you. I'll fix that damn autofocus. That's what he wants to say to the camera. Obviously you have rescue and emergency, paint on the sides, weapon ports, the wheels roll, alright. They're just like, here, they're that kind of peg in, so I'll just take them out and paint them up. You don't want to look at the bottom right now, but the top side, yeah, you see that. The back, not a lot. I've only had him out of the package for a couple minutes, but his legs, I've already noticed his legs don't want to hold together. Just some minor details, some red, white, and blue. Obviously, the red and white are colors of an ambulance. I don't know why I screwed that up. And an Autobot symbol on top. And you can just see how much is different. They have the same hand-foot gun peg, but Off-Road has more ports on them. But off-road out of the way for now. And we'll take a look at his accessories. So obviously he comes with a hand foot gun, which is the exact same quadruple barreled, whatever hell you want to call it, as off-roads, except purple, black. Purple, black. And obviously, if you've already seen this, there's a kind of a port in the fingers to go right in that peg there, which is a neat method of storage, as opposed to, you can do that as opposed to just that. So you got that, and you got his handy axe, which obviously is the same one as off-road, now just painted black instead of purple with flash silver on the blade. So, purple, black. We'll get these out of the way for now, and we'll transform him. So we're going to go from vehicle mode to combined mode, and then to robot mode as always. So combined mode, very simple. You just flip. Yeah. This does, you flip the roof up, or the hood, but it does peg into two ports right there with like that. I don't know where you can see this tab right here that has red paint scuff on it, like right there under my thumb. You just do that. I've already put the combiner peg there. You put it in the hand foot gun, and there's your foot. There's foot mode. Obviously, knee joint, sideways. You've got a heel. You've got a swivel. I don't know why, but there's your leg. I can go in arm mode. Now, this guy's actually quite tight, which I like. You have to unpeg the arms because they peg in right there, and open up the legs. Obviously, this is a Combiner Wars figure. Open up the legs, peg in right there. I'm pretty sure that's it. Plug them together. Again, I said they don't want to hold together very well. You can see it now. They really don't want to hold together. But transform the hand foot into hand mode, which is it's really tight, like really tight. There we go. Oh, that's a tight hand. Basically, you want to bring the shoulder up. There's a peg on his wrist, and I think you can just I don't actually see, but basically you can do whatever you want with the arms. Just do that for now. And basically there's an arm. Is that all off camera? I hope not. Yeah. It's an arm. You've got double jointed elbow basically. Gives you 90 degrees. However you want to determine 90 degrees. Got swivel, fingers, thumb, and you got a port there. So now let's get into robot mode. Spin the legs around, unpeg them. They peg in with 3 pegs right there. Flip the arms down, flip his head up, and there you have first aid in his robot mode. And I'll just do this quickly. Oh yeah, I've never mentioned it on a video, but one of my favorite things to do with mess around with this mold is just to do this. I think that's hilarious for some reason. I don't know why I didn't speed up this portion of the video, but there you go. Now you have the two mold brothers in robot mode, and you can see the base shell keeps screwing up. The base skeleton is very, very much similar. Like everything that's not robot mode shell, like the thighs, the chest, there's a little bit of remolding on the chest, and like the arms are basically the same, just the outward shell is different. So there we've got your comparison. I'll take him away. I'll make sure I turn on the light after this video. But yeah, I do like this remold. It's a heavy remold. You can see these legs are different molding. The bars, the things on his arms are different molding. His head is different molding. Give you a good shot of his head. Very basic, very cube, but blue eyes and a silver mouth plate. I understand why all the robots have cube heads, is because that's what they use as combiner ports. That's where they connected to the combiner to form the main bot. Some of the time, like the legs would always use the head. So at least I think. I'm not 100% sure on my G1 knowledge, but yeah, we've seen this mold before. So articulation-wise, head is on a ball joint. You can get good 360. You can get a little wibble wobble. He can look up a little. He can look down a little. He can also go whoa if he wants to really look down on somebody, like he's looking at a little human that's that tall and like hi. And then obviously conjunction. He can look up quite a bit. He can go twirl. Ow, that hurt. His shoulders are on ball joints. They hit they hit his thing behind his head, but if you move it out of the way, you can get full motion. Really, this panel doesn't hinder much if you move the backpack out of the way. You do have a ratcheted or faux ratchet elbow joint that can go 90 degrees forwards or 90 degrees backwards. And it gives you a rotation at the elbow. Nothing at his wrists. Obviously he's got a waist joint. Hips are ball jointed. Very nice range of motion. He can do pretty high kick. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got 90 degree knees. And that's about it. So we'll give him his weapon. And why not give him the Combiner War gun? And that's basically it for first aid. He's a remold. He's a very nice remold. I'm not 100% sure who I think the mold fits better, but he's definitely a necessity if you want to complete Defensor, which I'm happy I now have completed Defensor. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for not a lot of videos like this. I don't do a lot of reviews anymore, but if you want to keep up with what I'm doing on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Until then, keep it weird.